Welcome into our Catholic Prayers series. My name is Taylor Schroll, and I run this organization called Forte Catholic, and I'm excited that you have joined us here today. I'm going to teach you my favorite way to pray. Hands down, it has helped me to know what to say when I pray, and it helps me whenever I get distracted in my prayer to come back to exactly where I was. It covers all of the bases. There are four primary types of Catholic prayer. There's praise, prayers of praise, prayers of confession, prayers of thanksgiving, and prayers of petition. Typically, we start our prayers with our prayers of petition. God, help me to get through this test. Help me to be a better husband and father. Help me to not get a speeding ticket when I get pulled over. That's typically where we go first. But this order of prayer, it comes from two places. Really, the Our Father, which is, Lord, teach us how to pray, and Jesus taught his disciples how to pray. But it also comes from the order of the Mass. So we start with praise always. And this can sometimes be awkward for us Catholics because we think, praise and worship, that's for our Protestant brothers and sisters. No. This is a thing that we all know how to do. You just don't know that you know how to do it. Essentially, it's just things like coming from the Gloria in Mass. We praise you, we bless you, we adore you, we glorify you, we give you thanks for your great glory. And also, this is a time where a lot of people have those signs at their church of all the names of Jesus, King of Kings, Lord of Lords, Prince of Peace, all of these titles, and just giving God the credit that he is due. And essentially in this, when we start in prayer, coming to the Lord saying, you are God and I am not. So how this is going to work, all of these four types of prayer that we're going to split into 5 sections. Essentially, you can use your 10 fingers, 5 sets of 10 fingers, or you can use a rosary. It's actually set up in the same way. So the first 10, you're going to start with 10 prayers of praise. We praise you, we bless you, we adore you. You're awesome, you're the coolest, you're the mightiest, you're the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords. Going through 10 of those at whatever speed and rate that you want to go. So that is prayers of praise. That is step 1. The second part is going to be 10 prayers of confession. Now, it doesn't have to be exactly 10. This is where we start to break the rules a little bit. This is a time of recognizing our sinfulness and where we have fallen short, where we have sinned, where we have not done the right thing when we had the opportunity to do so. So this is essentially a basic examination of conscience. In the last day, in the last week, in the last time since I prayed, where have I fallen short? And at this point, you can tell the Lord, you're sorry, right? God, I'm sorry for doing X, Y, and Z. And if it's a sin that requires confession, to make the commitment there and then to go to confession there. So it's, God, I'm sorry for, flicking somebody off when I was driving yesterday. Definitely not a real example that I'm using from my actual life. But, I could have been more kind and patient with my kids, and I'm sorry for that. I could have been more attentive in Mass, and I'm sorry for that. So it doesn't have to be exactly 10, because hopefully you're not committing 10 sins since the last time you prayed, but just kind of a period of an examination of conscience. So we start with praise, and then we go to confession, and then we start with thanksgiving. God, thank you for this beautiful family that you've given me. Thank you for this opportunity for this job that I have, or for whatever the Lord has gifted you with there. So you're going to say 10 prayers of thanksgiving. And this is typically where I start to zone out. And then I come back and I'm like, okay, where was I? I've done my 10 prayers of praise. I've done my 10 prayers, or at least my time of confession, then 10 prayers of thanksgiving. God, I'm thankful for this, thankful for that. And then the final type of prayer is petition. And this is where we're going to split into 2 sections of 10. The first 10 prayers of petition are petitions for other people. A lot of times people ask us to pray for them, and we'll say, yes, we'll pray for them. And then I forget, and you probably have too. This is the time where we bring all those petitions to the Lord, but also just, if people in your life are stressed out and you know that they need help, like this is finals week as I sit here and record this, praying for our students to do well on their finals. God, please help them to remember all the things that they studied and to do well and stay calm on this test. So 10 prayers of petition for other people. And then finally, 10 prayers of petition for yourself. And not just, help me get the winning lottery ticket, but like, where do I need help? Where am I falling short? See the section in the confession section. And where do I need help? God, help me to be more patient with my wife. Help me to be more diligent at work, these sorts of things. Help me to be more committed to my prayer life and those sorts of things, right? So if you look at that order, it looks very similar to the Mass. How do we start Mass? Praise. We start with an opening hymn, and then pretty quickly we do the Confiteor, through my fault, through my most grievous fault, and essentially saying, I've sinned, and I'm sorry to God, and I want you to all pray for me. And then after that, we have our Thanksgiving. We're bringing the gifts together. We're saying, God, thank you for all of this. The Eucharist literally means Thanksgiving. And then, that time after communion, and this is kind of interspersed throughout, but these petitions, God, help us. And then we get this great sending forth to go out and to bring what we learned in the Mass and what we experience in the Mass to our normal day-to-day life. So this type of prayer has really helped me, because a lot of times I get inspired to pray, whether it's a homily or I had this a lot when I was a kid in youth group. I'd be inspired to pray, and I'd go home and I would say, in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, and I'd be like, I don't know what to say, right? So this structure helps me with my brain, but then also when I inevitably get distracted or something happens, or somehow I was praying and then I'm scrolling through Instagram and I don't even know how I got there, right? Okay, I can put my phone down and be like, where was I? I was in the prayers of petition section, and just hop right back in to that. So I hope this is helpful for you. It's been incredibly helpful for me in my prayer life, especially I use it when I'm driving, because I have 10 fingers on the steering wheel. I just kind of count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as I pray through these things. So I hope that this helps you in your prayer life. If it does, make sure you hit subscribe wherever you are watching or listening. Leave a comment on how this helped you. It would really help us out on the channel. That is my prayer of petition for you. I know I'm not supposed to pray to you, but you know what I mean, right? My petition from you is to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Love you guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.